What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of The Long Dark. We are doing the Hunted playthrough. We are Hunted Part 1. It's actually going pretty well so far. I don't think it'll take us much longer than 3 or 4 more episodes, although I've said things like that before and my assertions were quickly and roundly rebutted. However, we won the Whiteout Challenge. Pretty sure we're going to win this one right now. There's been a couple of hiccups along the way. Some of them literal. I had hiccups for like the entire first episode and it totally sucked ass. It was something that was not enjoyable at all. However, we're on our way out of here. I think we can make it to the edge of the zone by... the end of today. There's only 4 hours of daylight left, but we're basically on the right path right now. I'm going to suggest we just follow these roads on down. Do our thing. Just keep on a looping and a hoping we get ourselves off to the right-hand side of the map before we go any further. And this objective, if you've never played the Hunted Part 1 before, our objective is to outrun a big old gargantuan bear that's really kind of a dick. He's kind of an asshole. And if we can outrun him, we got to make it to Mystery Lake, and then we got to get the rifle of, like, bear slaying plus 25 or something like that. Basically, this bear is our lich, and we must find his phylactery. And the bullet that we are looking for and the rifle we are looking for count as that phylactery. So, hopefully, we'll have a pretty good time in this episode. I look forward to bringing you all back. This is a very, very fun series for me. I'm having a whale of a time playing all the challenges right now, and I hope that you're having fun watching me play them, too. A lot less survival-y in nature, but at the same time, I feel like the addition of an objective to this game really, really, really helps out with regards to how fun it is to play. Where's this wolf at? He's right there somewhere. I think we can outrun him. I'm going to try and burn him. I'm going to use those track skills against him. Just take off. Just pow! Off like a shot. This dude can't catch me. Yep, I'm on full energy. You can't catch me on full energy. I'm too fast. I'm too speedy. I'm too Trill. Alright, so ain't nothing in there. Newsprint right there. I'll take it just in case I need to start a fire. Although, trunk's locked. Let's keep on trucking as far as we can go. Although saving my energy for when I actually see a threat would probably be the wiser course of action for right now. We do need some water. It is a little bit cold, but it's manageable. If we make it to the canoes, I think we've got to go up into the hills to get out of this zone to go over to the Mystery Lake zone, and then we've also got to work our way through the crashed train area. Those are the 2 more areas we have left after this. I can't imagine that'll take us much more than an hour. Once we get into Mystery Lake, I assume there are going to be some challenges and some problems out there, mostly with regards to wolves, although Mystery Lake as a zone was kind of designed in a linear fashion where there's not a lot of space to like weave around stuff and get around. You'll note that as the development got further and further along with this game, the maps got bigger and bigger and bigger and wider open. That's because when they started the game out, I'm sure that they, had a rough idea of what they wanted to do. And then as they developed the game, they're like, ooh, we could do this, and ooh, we could do this. You have those times where you're in the shower and you have like a really good idea, or you're sitting there with your coworkers talking about a project at like dinner, over an Awesome Blossom or some shit like that, and you're like, oh, that's a super awesome idea, and like you're super enthusiastic and you can't wait to get home and start working on it like right now because it represents like an advancement in something that you're really, really passionate about. I'm sure that happens all the time with the development of this game because they've got a dope game. I mean, they've got a really, really sick game. We got work boots right there. Ain't nothing but a thing, though. We don't need work boots right now. Ain't nothing inside the crate. I don't see anything else on that side. All right. These cabins aren't necessarily known for being the absolute 100%. They aren't grocery stores. They're like they're random fishing cabins, I think every time we go inside of a building, the bear has a chance to spawn. So I'm trying to keep my ass covered right now. I don't want my meat flaps to the wind at the moment. We got painkillers right there. I think I could live with that. If we get a little bit more food so that I can just keep moving without having to bed down, that'd be great too. I would also actually really, really, really like an opportunity to cook up some coffee, brew some coffee as it were. Because if we can get some coffee brewed up, that'd actually be a super sweet situation because then I could just live off of coffee for a while and we wouldn't need to sleep or anything. We'd just be able to move through really, really rapidly. Thought those were wolf tracks for a second. It caused my head to flip to the side. I don't know why the performance of the game is being so weird right now. Seems to be alright inside. It's just for some reason the Mystery Lake map... I'm sorry, not the Mystery Lake map. The Coastal Highway map for me lags. None of the other maps do. Just the Coastal Highway map. Probably due to the amount of stuff that it has to draw, just because it's a really wide zone that has a lot of things that are really far away. Clothing, huh? Anybody want to hit me with some freebies here? I would very much like a parka or something. Like a top layer. I'd also like some pants. I'll take winter pants, snow pants, ski pants, any type of pants. I'm wearing cargo pants with underwear underneath them, which actually, for cold weather, would be okay. You still might be a little bit chilly, but it would work. Sometimes there's an axe over here. Sometimes there's a crowbar. This time around, there's a knife and a whetstone. Oh, there's our bear friend. Yeah, something about a bear just terrifies me. I'm just gonna go inside. This bear could really make a mess of this building, though. I mean, we got glass windows. Not feeling so good about the reinforcement of this location. We may just rest here for the night. I've got to unburden myself anyways. Not in like the I got to see a guy about a dog sort of way, but we got to eat some food and get settled back. Actually, we need to drink some water first. I'm not really that tired, so that's not going to be a problem. Decent wool socks. Don't need them. I already have 2 pairs of socks. Do I have anything that needs to be repaired right now? 192, 100, 99, 94, 93. No, we're actually in really, really good shape right now as far as our stuff is concerned. I'm going to go ahead and we'll eat that. We've got banged up dog food. I'm just going to drink 305 calories still left inside of there. Drop those. I'll probably use a little bit of time to take an action to harvest that storm lantern because that's way too much weight on our person for right now. Good. That's done. Anything we've got like multiples of, I would also recommend dropping that. I'm going to refuel this. Good. Drop some whetstones. We don't need them. We'll drink some water because that'll get our weight back down too. We're actually surprisingly still below 30 kilograms. That actually really, really amazes me. I didn't think we'd be below 30 kilograms. I figured we'd probably still be kind of coasting the line right there. Tends to be where I relax at when it comes to, we don't need the books anymore. So we can drop those for a little bit more weight. Flares, probably not that useful considering we have weaponized versions that we could fire at somebody. But either way, sorry about that. I had my lunch right before this episode, so I got like that grease cough thing going on where your throat's just like... You're trying to like clear something out of your throat after you eat. Why does that happen? Seems like a flaw in design to me, but, you know, we are going to have to pass some time here. I don't think we're going to have an option. I'm going to pass a couple of hours because we're not nearly tired enough to, like, stay up all night. Or, I'm sorry, to sleep all night. Like, even that right there seems kind of questionable. I doubt we'll make the full 9 hours. I'm going to give it a go because we got nothing to lose anyways, but I'd be surprised if we actually... Oh, really? We are fully rested, and it's morning. What a miracle. What a miracle. All right, where my water at? That'll probably be about 0.7 off of there. Good. Drank a little bit of water. I will probably finish off the last of the peanut butter. Finish off the last of those calories right there. And we probably don't have to eat for a little bit. I mean, we can, just to get ourselves stocked up for the future, but not that big of a priority. We've got enough food for a couple more days. And by the time this food supply right here runs out, I'd be willing to bet we're more or less at the goalpost. I'm not exactly sure where the zone exit is for Coastal Highway. My initial thought is that there's a mine over here somewhere, but it's been a while since I've had to go to Mystery Lake, in all honesty. It's been a really, really long time since I've gone to Mystery Lake, so I'm not sure. Peanut butter? All right. Anything inside of here? A flare. Why not? I don't know if a flare works on a bear, but we'll give it a go if we ever are desperate enough to, like, wave fire in a bear's face. We'll wait for the temp to get a little bit better. probably pass a couple hours too. Just to get that nastiness of the morning out of the way. Let the sun heat up the land a little bit. Let it get a tiny bit warmer before we start panicking about, you know, walking through the sleet. I'd prefer that we be at like a positive temperature, although I hear a wind, so may not be advisable right now. Well, minus 11. While not great, it might be workable. If I remember right, there's a road or something. See, I don't recall a river. I don't think the river... I think that means I may have gone up the hill too early, if the river's right here. I think, for the sake of argument, it's been a little while, and I know you guys are shouting at the screen right now. I think it's a little bit further to the right, that way. I think. This is not the zone where we have to worry about, like, trucks and stuff like that marking the spot. Instead, this one's in the hills somewhere, and I'm just going to have to ferret it out. I don't really have much of an option there. I could be gathering up some of the fluffs from these cattails, but frankly, I can't inspire myself to do much right now. When in reality, we're so close to the finish line. We're 2 zones away from winning. 2 zones. 2 zones away from winning. I can get to the Hunter's Cabin real quick. I've played a lot of maps on Mystery Lake. If you're a Long Dark fan and you don't know your way around Mystery Lake, you know... That's one of those things where it's like, well, you haven't played that much because that was the original zone. And so those of us that got the game back in the early alpha just played that zone to death just over and over and over again, just dying over and over and over again in it. Just like playing around, finding new mechanics and having a good time. Come on. There's no reason that this rock right here should not allow me to step up and over it. That's a nothing rock. That's a rock with nothing to live for and no friends and family. That's right. I said it. I went there, Rock. I go in. When we insult a rock hard. I know all about you. I study geology, Rock. You think there's things that I don't know? You can't be like, you don't know me like that, son, because I do know you like that. I seen your ass in a textbook. Seen it in the textbook. Let's stay on point here. So at a certain spot, we're going to run out of road. Which I think just happened. Maybe it was over by the lumber camp. That's what I'm kind of thinking right now. Cutting across the lake is going to be the fastest. Oh, there's our bear, though. I wasn't actually expecting to have to outrun this asshole, but it may go down like that. He's kind of going in the exact same direction that we are. Yeah, it's a possibility. It's a possibility. I'm going to let my energy come back, just in case. Oh, shit. Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Didn't expect to fall through the ice right there. Two big options for right now. We light a fire in here, and we wait it out, and we just kind of see if maybe that's good enough. Let's do it. We got sticks. We got accelerant. We can make this happen. There we go. Let's get warmed up. We'll get some coffee made. Sure, why not? a little bit tired right now, actually, strangely enough. I'm assuming that pulling myself out of the water was a much more challenging task than expected. Oh, cool, a decent wool scarf. That's good, because I think the one that I have was like a cloth scarf or something. I wonder if the bear can actually get in here. That's the question that I ask myself now. I'm gonna pass time. I'm gonna pass an hour. Oh, wow. Why are we so drained? That's a concerning factor, although I do have coffee. So I can offset that slightly. So there we go. Quickest and dirtiest solution would be to go after these cabins over here. I actually think the way up and out of the zone is over by the lumber camp. Now that I've actually seen the left-hand side of the zone. Pretty sure that's where it's going to drop us. We passed a little... Did I leave my bedroll back there? I did not. Good. Pretty glad about that, actually, because I totally thought that I left it behind. Given our present... medical issues, hypothermia is going to make us tired much, much, much more quickly than we're used to. So unfortunately, I may actually burn some resources here trying to get the hypothermia off me. Made us hypothermic like instantly. I have no idea why my frame rate is so shitty inside this zone, but it always is, every single time. Every single time. So from the fishing camp, we go to the logging camp, and I think we'll have a much better shot at getting up and out of here. I don't see a whole lot of ways that we're going to get around it. I was trying to get back to the logging camp, which is right over there by cutting across the lake, but I fell through the ice much quicker than I thought you did, actually. Fell through that ice a lot faster than expected. A lot faster than expected. Did I miss that metal container when I was here last time? Doesn't matter. Wasn't nothing inside of it, so... yeah. We're going to have to do what we got to do here. I'm going to sleep for 4 hours, and we'll kind of see what happens to our status and if that's something that we can manage. I don't really want to be up all night, like passing time doing nothing, just getting hungry and drinking water for survival, but we just got to remain above freezing for 13 hours. Well, shit. Past time for a couple of hours then. Oh, wow. We exhausted out quick. Okay. So that definitely got a buff. That got a big, big, big buff. That got a big daddy buff. A terrifying buff. A beat that ass buff.
I lay down.
Alright. Yeah, give it like 11 hours, I guess. There's not a whole lot else we can do here. We just got to get rid of this hypothermia. It wanted me to stay above freezing for another 13 hours or whatever. Just got to get ourselves thawed out. Wow, that still didn't get us there. Game said absolutely not. So there goes another 0.7 of our water. At a certain point, we're probably going to have to rectify that. Not particularly fond of it, but it may happen. Eat up. Give us a couple more hours of sleep. No affliction, so we're looking good now. Give me 3 hours of passing the time so we can get through the nasty part of the morning. We'll get a little bit of daylight left. Cool. I don't understand how you have to drink water like every 3 hours in this game. You see how fast that like burned off right there? We're just sitting there playing cards, not expending like any form of resources. That burned off with a quickness. I don't see a bear around, so I'm just going to go for it. I was going to hustle this one out with a quickness. If we can find anything nice inside any of these locations, I'll take it, because the temperature is still a little bit severe. Man, I would love to have visual contact on wherever the hell that bear is. I don't see him. Looks to me like he might be giving us the day off if we get really, really fortunate. I might be speaking too soon. Yeah, as I recall, you come down from the bottom right here or something like that. It's like near here, so we'll have to sort that out before too long. This is why I shouldn't take like 6-month breaks from playing games. Also, I need to start on something other than Mystery Lake a bit more often. Energy's on its way down, but it's only been like... Still have my bedroll, right? Okay, good. 11C is chilly, but it's manageable. There is a hunting lodge right there. You can see it on the hill. It's a ranger station. Normally, that ranger station right there is kind of busted up, though, and there's not normally anything good inside of it. It's just my general life experience with the game is that some ranger stations are better than others. Like the one on Mystery Lake tends to be pretty good. That one tends to look like it's been tossed by a burglar and in rough shape. I don't believe we've been this way. This might be a reasonable opportunity to get ourselves fixed up with a crowbar or something like that. Inside the building we go. Take the accelerant. Don't care about the storm lantern. Windbreaker. Don't care about it. That was my college nickname, Windbreaker. Pretty good at it. I mean, it's a life skill. Some people, I mean, that's one of my proudest moments ever. Is one of my friends, like we had to write a paper in high school about what one of our friends was good at. One of our friends' talents that we envied. And my friend wrote his essay about how he wished that he could fart the way that I fart. To be a craftsman in the way that really, truly, I am a craftsman when it comes to the flatus. It was a paper that I appreciated. It spoke to my heart, you know. Spoke to my heart and to my colon. And it made me feel good about the things and the talents that I've cultivated in my life. I'm going to stay here for the night. I'm going to pick you all up for the next episode after looting my way through here. I think there's a chance that we might find something nice in here. As far as foods and sodies and everything else goes, these houses tend to be chock-a-block. But my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerd Castle for the next episode of The Long Dark. It's always fun to have you guys along as I play my favorite video game. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. If you like the game, make sure you purchase it for yourself down below. I've got the download information in the description. Aside from that, not a whole lot else to accomplish in this episode aside from bedding down for a little bit and trying to make do with the things that we have, with those good blessings that the map has given to us. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.